mentioned that quantitative research methodology is used when you are trying to um, get a numeric estimate, when what you are trying to work with, the person you are trying to work with has to do with quantifying values, right? Like looking at prevalence of a particular problem and things like that. A quantitative research methodology or quantitative research method will be very good for that. And I said if you are trying to look at the standpoints of people about a particular subject, you are trying to see their opinion, the reason why people behave the way they do. If that's your objective, that's what you are trying to observe, a qualitative research methodology will be more preferable. And I told us about the strengths and the limitations to both quantitative and qualitative research methodology. One of those limitations to qualitative research methodology is that it is very subjective, and then you might be making inference on just an individual perception, right? And for quantitative research methodology, I told you that it will take a lot of time, right? So um what other things you mention? I showed you to how to create. Um, I told you about the different kind of tools to use when you're looking at quantitative research methodology. And what are these tools I can use? I made mention of questionnaires, proforma, observational checklists, and some other things used in collecting numeric data, right? And I told you the information that should be included in either your questionnaire, your proforma, your observational checklist. It has to say an information about you and the research that you're trying to carry out, the characteristics of your respondents, then information, a section that can provide information about your research questions and objectives, right? And then I told you the different types of qualitative research methodologies that we have, you know, methods of collecting qualitative data. I talked about focus group discussion. I talked about key in-depth interview, key informant interview. I told you what are those things that you need to include or that needs to be in place when you want to carry out a qualitative research. You need a guide so that you don't go off points, you don't go off your research objective. You need a timer, you need a recorder, you need an observer, right? Don't worry, this is just like I'm just trying to like retrace what I've actually talked about. I've uploaded the um, materials I used during the course of the class. I've uploaded it on the Google Classroom already, so it's available for you. You can always go through, and then if you have any question, I'll always be open to answer your questions. So I just checked and I saw that even though the deadline that was given to submit the assignment has gone by for a very long time, yet 2 of 17 people just submitted. So does that mean that only 2 people have been really following the class? I'll be expecting the rest of the classroom to submit their assignments so that I can actually assess them, and then so I can see where you need to work on and all of that. So just like I actually told Daniel, I said this class is not going to be taking a long time, but I'll be taking questions as the guard thought has been taught. So if you actually have any questions this night, you can just raise your hand, and then I'll call you, and then you ask your question and you'll be answered. So is there anybody like that thing?
If you have any questions, please, you can ask. Badmos, yesterday. Do you guys have any questions?
I don't have any questions right now. I still want to go through the file again. I read the the file, sha. I want to go through it again first. I don't have any question right now.
Oh, all right. Okay. If once, okay, I think
All right.
once you go through the file, you can always send your questions to the group. You can tag Mr. Steven. He's going to respond immediately or as soon as he can. As soon as he can. Uh, so if there's no questions, would that be all for
Okay,
this
thank you
class?
very much.
Huh?
All right. So I will always be able to answer your question at any point in time. Please be free to actually reach out. And then I think my email address should be showing in the Google Classroom. Of course, you can also ask your questions in the Google Classroom. I will attend to them. So I would like to see the faces I've actually been speaking with for the past 1 week, I guess, if not more than. Is the only one that I can actually recall the name so far. You know, some set of people will join the classes today, they will not join the next time. New set of people are going to join. Regardless, can I see the faces of people that I'm talking to that I've been speaking with for a while? Pardon me. Okay, it's with you guys, and I hope that we get to make use of what has been taught, practically. I would like you to submit your assignment, then I correct where you need to, make. Okay, I think, yeah, you should submit those assignments so that I can actually retrieve. You need to learn to develop a questionnaire and then to contain the information that is needed. You know, so if you're working on correlates of hepatitis B virus among voluntary blood donors. So what are those questions that I need to include? So when you submit that, I can actually really get whether you know how to conduct such or not. So please do well to turn in the assignment at least by Monday. It was extended from I think Wednesday to I don't know, but now this is
I think
just
I think people like
please do well to
I think the
submit your
people that
assignment
are in this
and
class
I'll
they've
attend to them. God bless
so I think people that are in this class they've already
for this
submitted
night.
their
Like I
assignments.
Daniel. Sorry, you said something, please.
I think Badmus and Italy they've submitted their assignments.
I'm yet to submit.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
All right.
all right.
I thought both of them submitted. What's the third person that is really consistent? Oh, what is his name? Sheung or something? Yeah, yeah, submitted.
I think just in the assignment. And that's it today and Oluwa Shio. So I enjoy others to actually submit theirs. You know, there's a whole lot of people who have not submitted theirs. Patmos is on the call. Patmos. Please do well to attend to it.
Alright, sir. I would. I'm very sorry for the.
All right, so good night, guys. So I think I have delivered what is expected of me, right, Daniel? I think that should be all. Daniel, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for your time with us.
how's it?
Hello?
You're welcome. You're
Thank you
welcome.
very much for the
So do
classes.
have a wonderful, a very good weekend.
All right. And you too.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone for joining today. Like, if you've not submitted the assignment, you can submit. And if you have any questions, please do well to ask on the group. Also, remember the just like a little motivation for. If you remember, our first tutor Moses said the top two students will have an opportunity to work with him. That offer still stands. Anyway, the next tutor taking us, I got his contacts. I'm going to message him to see when he's free. We start next week. Next week should be like the final week. So when you guys are done, you do your capstones projects. I don't know if you used to be able to do it because I was hearing that it might be cancelled because of time or something like that. You do your capstone project and you get like certificates and awards. All right. Thank you everyone for joining. You guys are amazing, really, really amazing. Even if it's just two, I'm so happy. Oh, well, take care.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Alright, sir. Good night, sir.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Good night.